One of NASCAR's most respected drivers just told his team something that changes everything. Alex Bowman is walking away. Not today, not next month, but the clock is now officially ticking on his full-time career. And the way his own teammate reacted tells you just how big this moment really is inside the Hendrick Motorsports garage. Here's what actually happened. Hendrick Motorsports confirmed Alex Bowman signed a one-year extension to keep driving the number 48 Ally Chevrolet through the 2027 season. After that, he's stepping away from full-time Cup Series racing. That gives Bowman roughly a season and a half left, somewhere in the neighborhood of 53 races to add to his resume before he's done. Chase Elliott, his teammate and one of the most respected voices in the garage, publicly praised Bowman ahead of the Brickyard 400, revealing that Bowman gave his teammates a heads up before the news went public. To understand why this hits different, you have to understand who Alex Bowman actually is inside that organization. This isn't a driver who backed into a Hendrick seat. Bowman earned it, stepping in during a difficult stretch when Dale Earnhardt Jr. was sidelined, then proving over time he belonged there permanently. Since then, he's put together 8 Cup Series wins, including a career-best 4-win season in 2021. He's made the playoffs 7 separate times, and he's done all of it while fighting through injuries that would have ended most careers early. A concussion, a broken back, and bouts of vertigo that forced him out of the car entirely at points. So when Bowman says this decision is about listening to his body, that's not a soundbite. That's a driver being honest about what years of physical punishment actually cost him. Inside the walls of Hendrick Motorsports, this retirement plan reshapes the internal timeline. One of the most valuable seats in the entire sport is now on a countdown clock, opening up for 2028. Now let's break down why this move is smarter than it might first appear. First, the timing. Bowman isn't quitting mid-decline. He's setting a firm exit point while he's still competitive, still capable of winning races, and still valuable to Ally, Chevrolet, and Rick Hendrick's organization. That's a controlled exit, not a forced one. In a sport where injuries can end careers overnight, choosing your own finish line is a rare luxury, and a smart one. Second, the internal trust this shows. Bowman telling his teammates before the world found out is a small detail with a big signal. It tells you the Hendrick locker room still operates on loyalty and communication, not corporate silence. Chase Elliott confirming that directly shows how tightly connected this team actually is behind the scenes. Third, the risk. A season and a half is a long runway, but it's also a long time to carry the emotional weight of a farewell tour. Every race now gets a final chapter narrative attached to it. That can either fuel a driver to elevate his game or create outside noise that becomes a distraction heading into playoff pushes and force the ripple effect. This opens one of the most competitive rides in NASCAR for 2028. Every rising talent in the sport and every driver currently searching for a top-tier ride just got a reason to circle that seat on their radar. Hendrick Motorsports now has real time to plan a successor without scrambling. This is calculated, this is controlled, and if executed right, it's a blueprint for how a veteran driver should exit on his own terms. Expect a split reaction across the NASCAR world. Longtime fans are going to feel this one emotionally. Bowman has represented toughness, professionalism, and quiet consistency for years. The kind of driver who doesn't chase headlines, but earns respect race after race. Analysts, on the other hand, will likely pivot fast into speculation mode. Who replaces him? Does Hendrick promote from within? Does this open the door for a major free agent shakeup across multiple teams? That contrast, emotional tribute on one side, cold roster speculation on the other, is exactly what's going to dominate NASCAR conversation over the next several days. Let's talk about how this actually plays out. Best case scenario, Bowman stays healthy, stays competitive, and adds another win or two to his total. Maybe even a deep playoff run, closing his full-time career exactly the way he wants to. Hendrick uses the extra runway to line up a seamless replacement, and the transition becomes a model for how retirement should be handled in this sport. Worst case scenario, the physical toll he's already fought through catches up with him again. Performance dips under the weight of a farewell narrative. And the final season and a half becomes more about survival than victories, turning what should be a celebration into a difficult goodbye. Which version actually unfolds is going to depend heavily on how his body holds up and how Hendrick manages the pressure around him. So here's the real question. Is Alex Bowman making the smartest exit in recent NASCAR memory, or is this farewell window going to become more pressure than the sport has seen from a departing veteran in years? Drop your take in the comments. Do you think he adds another win before it's over? And if you want breakdowns like this the moment the news breaks, make sure you're subscribed to SportsWire USA because this story is only just getting started.